Hi everyone, just another average Joe here. Today I wanted to look at this Mighty Armory XMA decapping die. I'm kind of really excited to get this. I've been reloading for a number of years, and I'm kind of one of those budget reloaders. I just have a Lee, I use a Lee turret press to decap and prime my cases. Then I have a Loadmaster, which I don't believe they make anymore. I think it's considered legacy now. But I've been using those for years and they've been doing fine. So maybe when they break, I'll get something cool like that Frankfurt Armory X10 or something. But for now, that's what I have. Um, I'm excited to get this because recently I've not had this problem in the past. I get a wide assortment of brass. A lot of my buddies that we shoot with, they know I spend a lot of time on the private range, the dirt range, where I don't like to pick up the brass where it's, half brass, half lead on the ground. So they give me their spent cases so that I can reload them and leave them out there. What I've had in the past is there's certain cases that they do have these smaller primer pockets. The ones I have are the primer pocket flash holes. And so this one here, I have these Normas. They tend to run with, and I'll put a picture up. In the past, I really had no problem. My decapper would just push through and enlarge the hole and pop the primer. But I noticed this year I started having problems, and I was getting a lot of these. And I thought at first that it was just me not lining them up. I'll put a picture up here as well. But as side by side, here's an old Norma case, and I'll put a picture so you can see them. And you can see how the old pin would just push through and enlarge the flash hole because they were still small like the original one. But as of this year, or maybe a little longer, but I noticed it this year, that they stopped pushing through. So I don't know if they are using a tougher brass or different alloy, but the old brass used to push through really easy. So anyway, ended up going through quite a number of these pins. I was buying hardened pins on Amazon and trying to see if that would make a difference, but it kept just crushing these things. So I'm excited to try this. Again, because it's really nice. They have a couple of different. Got them here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So we have a couple different sizes of the. They have the standard pin, but they also have a smaller diameter pin for these smaller flash holes. So I installed one here and I ordered a few extras because I'm not sure how they'll hold up, but I'm excited to try this. But these dies are really nice. They're machined really well. Actually lighter than I thought they were going to be. And this one you can see here. I'll try and take a picture. But it guides it, so it's also a self-centering decapper. So you can kind of see where it'll guide the case in so that it'll center to the pin, which I kind of like because in some of my, with my Lee shell holder, sometimes just the motion, they'll kind of move forward or back. So that's really nice. I do decap and prime separately. For me, I use a Lee turret press. I keep kind of, still budget. I've been using it for years to do that. And then my Loadmaster, I don't like to decap and prime in there because when that fails, it takes a long time to reset, and that seems to be the area where I tend to get the most failures. So I just decap and prime separately, but it also helps because I can weed out like cracked cases or damaged cases while I'm going, so I don't just put them in the hopper and have to find them after I've attempted to reload them. So it lets me weed them out ahead of time. So really nice though, the machining. I'll show you how this works. It's really simple, but it's kind of nice. So you just unscrew the cap here and you can see the spring. So it actually is spring loaded so that it'll help, I guess, pop the primer off of the pin so it doesn't get stuck there and hang up. And so we got the spring load, and here you can see you just screw on the tips so you can adjust, either replace the same or if you want to change diameter. You can see this one, we got the wider diameter. Really nice, easy to take apart. So this is much much faster than when I had to replace the pin on my Lee Universal Decapper. As you can see, you got to, you get the two wrenches and loosen and tighten, and yeah, anyway, this one here, you don't even have to take it out of the take it off the press. You can just unscrew the cap, so that's really nice. They give you we get a nice little Mighty Armor sticker. They also give you a thank you with a thank you for purchasing code with a 10% discount off of your next purchase. So anyway, if you're interested, I'm really excited to try this. So we'll set it up on my press. I'm really excited to do this because it's kind of forcing me to clean up my reloading bench so I can set up the camera, because I really don't want you guys seeing what it looks like right now. But we'll see how this goes. I'm really excited. I actually, once I got this and got a chance to look at it, I haven't used it yet, but I actually did order the, what is it, the full-length crimp for the 9mm and the bullet seating die, just because I was so impressed with the build quality of this die. So let's check it out. All right. All right. So we got it put in here. Our decapping Universal Decapper. Sorry, let me close that drawer. So I'm going to start out with some regular cases, and that actually feels pretty cool. That spring-loaded decapper is actually, it's really positive. You can feel it pop the primer out. So here's my discard can. This is where I threw all those Norma cases that wouldn't fit in my other ones. This has got the small flash hole in there. So this will be nice because it should be guiding it into the center. I can feel it touching though, so it is still a little wider, but I think, oh, I just felt it pop out. It looks good. And let's take a look here. Now I can see a little mark. I can see where it is pushing through the brass on the pin, but it seems like it's still holding straight. I guess time will tell if we start folding pins. I did order a few extras, but I think that self-centering is really helping because I do feel it going right through, and I think maybe that's part of the problem. It's so small that if it's not exactly on, let's try a couple more of those Normas and see if we bend any pins here, because I was bending them. Yeah, it seems like that self-centering, I really like that. I think it's getting that small pin right in the middle, and that one went through kind of easy. That was not a Norma. That wasn't a split case I had thrown out. No. Okay. Yeah, they're going through. Oh, that one didn't push through. Is that a Norma? Pin's still there. Okay, there we go. Maybe I didn't get that one all the way up. Yeah, it does look like, yeah, I think it is enlarging the flash hole a little. I'll take a picture, but I think because it's lining them up dead center, it's able to push through, while like I showed you, the other ones weren't. So I'm really happy with this. This is going to speed things up a lot, because I had to be very cautious when I was, I'd get up here, and I had to be very cautious that I was lined up and that I was pushing through, because I was bending so many pins. And again, it started this year, so once I started weeding out the Normas, I haven't bent any pins. But this is nice because I've been getting a lot of these for brass, so that's really good. I hope this helps, and I'll get a close-up picture of that pin for you, so you can see. But otherwise, it seems like it's holding up good. The pin seems nice and solid. I'm looking forward to checking these out. I just got these. I haven't tried them yet. We'll do a review on this, but I got the bullet seating die, as well as the carbide taper crimp die. I believe I got the full length. And again, that thank you card that they give you, that nice little discount code there for your purchase. That one right there. All right. All right, guys, thanks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let me know if you have some other things that you think are worthwhile trying, and if I can, I'll give them a go. But otherwise, we're going to go and give these a try. I am interested in trying out their full-length sizing, carbide sizing die as well, but it's currently sold out. So let's give those a go as well. All right, you guys, have a great day. Hope to see you soon.